Well, I guess let me sort of start a little along the way of my lifetime. And what I'd like to do is to tell you a point in my lifetime where my career goals changed.
Okay.
My career goals at one time when I was a little kid in the basement, I used to annoying my parents a little bit, I guess, because I had a chemistry lab set up there, and my favorite subject was chemistry. So that was, sometime around, say, well, I wouldn't even bother giving you the date. But anyway, the after graduation from high school, which was in Hyde Park, New York, believe it or not, I had a little experience with somebody called the draft board. The draft board sort of gave me the feeling that maybe Uncle Sam wanted me. So all of a sudden, a little while after high school, Uncle Sam said, "We need you." And as I went through the training procedures, my basic training and what have you, I suddenly found myself in electronics.
Second World War or Korean
Second World War II.
Okay.
Now, with that as a career goal change, which is what I really had, because actually before I got into the service, I had one term at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. My draft board decided they're going to interrupt things. And so I spent a few years in the U.S. Navy as an electronic technician, which changed my career goals from chemistry to electricity. With that as a background, when Uncle Sam let me go again after the end of World War II, I had a career change enforcement to change from chemistry to electronics when I entered, for the balance of the years I didn't go to Rensselaer because of the interruption. Changed my career goals from chemistry to electricity, and with a goal of bachelor's in electrical engineering. Right after my graduation from RPI, I decided to look around for a job, obviously. And in 1950, I decided to also look for a job. I also married my wife at that time, and my wife is still around with me, making sure that I get things right. Now, during that time, and I did serve on a light cruiser at that time, by the way, in the Navy. But I searched around for a job, and believe it or not, I had two job offers. One was from RCA, and another one was from my hometown industry called IBM. I decided, well, I'm at this point in time now, I'm going to skip town. So I started at RCA, and at RCA I quickly became embedded in their TV, color TV, working on design of systems to check out how they transmitted TV signals and things like that. The industrial part of the television experience. After a few years in the television field, the RCA decided, well, it wasn't really RCA, I guess it was myself. I sort of got impatient with that, and started to get a transfer to another division of RCA that specialized in defense equipment. There, after a number of years in defense, designing radars, radar test equipment, and all electrically oriented, electronics oriented. I got to the point where I decided that, gee, you know, I've gone through one contract with the government, defense equipment, and then I waited around for a while. We submitted bids, and I got around to another one being one of Bemu's, which I don't know if people know much about it, but it was for defense, a radar defense system for the country. But then when that was pretty well done, I decided, you know, I really don't want to wait again for another bunch of proposals and another bunch of things by the government to, you know, decide what I want, what they wanted RCA to do. I decided to look around, and all of a sudden I found myself at another division of RCA at the RCA laboratories in Princeton, and was there given the opportunity to take a look at what openings existed there, and RCA was in the process of attempting to determine what kind of new businesses can be brought into RCA.